What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of GarajHq. Today we're gonna go over all it takes and all it costs to make a Cummins Shorty. There's gonna be a list with prices and everything that's been picked up, and there'll be a total at the end. Now, step one, I went on Marketplace and I found this body. Nice, pretty nice. A couple dings, not in the best condition, but it'll do. It's a straight body. Frame is all good, everything. No motor, no trans, just a shell, rolling shell for $600. So step two, since Marketplace is my best friend, I went on there, looking, and I found maybe like an hour away, found a rolled over 2500. I was looking at it like for days, wasn't really sure if I wanted to get it or not because it didn't run. All I really wanted out of that truck was the motor and the trans, as well as all the wiring harness and everything. I got it for $2,300. Thankfully, the motor and trans, everything was fine. This is a 1500 body, and I just put everything into it that's 2500, so. Everything just swapped right in. No different, like no fabrication for motor mounts, nothing. Everything just literally went in and will sit just as you see it there. So when we got this motor in, once we did like the first start and everything, it had some issues with the injectors stuck open. So they were just dumping fuel consistently. Every time you'd rev, it'd sound like it's misfiring, had blue smoke coming out. So I did a set of, I don't even know what brand they are really, but they're 100 over injectors, and I got them for like $400. I think they were straight off of Amazon, dude. It don't matter. They work. Also, this aluminum radiator, I had to get a new one because I'm an idiot. And when we were starting up the old motor in the old truck, the rolled over truck, I was in charge of holding the radiator so that, because everything was loose. Motor was just kind of in there. We're just like starting it to make sure it works. Was too busy filming the first start of the motor, and I let go of the radiator. The fan just chewed up the radiator. And so yeah, this was like another $400 radiator. You don't have to do this if you could find a motor with radiator, then you just saved yourself some money, but in this case I had to do it. Everything just swaps right over. So if you can find a wiring harness, a motor, and a trans, as well as an ECU, you're set. Everything will go right in. You'll have a working Cummins swap. I had to do, actually I didn't have to do, but yeah, just did a rebuild kit on my turbo. It was sending oil back into the exhaust, and it just not the best. How much? That was like $60 for a rebuild kit on your turbo. Not that bad, but it's still stock turbo. Nothing done to it. Oh, actually, I got a wicked wheel on it. That's a $200 part I found on Facebook Marketplace. If you buy it straight off of their website, it's like $280. I saved myself like $80, but I did have to drive, you know, it goes hand in hand. You know, you're saving money, but you're also driving over to grab the part, so. Another thing I did, well, I actually received this for Christmas as a Christmas gift, but I got this cold air intake. My mom got it for me. That was how much, like $200, $300? Pretty expensive, but it worked. I was running open turbo, not the best thing you could do. Like, it's pretty bad for your motor, just sucking all the dirt and grime up in there, grinding your cylinder walls. You don't want that. You'll blow it up pretty quickly. I wasn't running it that long. It was just for a little bit. But yeah, we got this in finally. Thanks to mom. TPS sensor. I had to get a new one. That's $40 at AutoZone. I was getting a check engine light, and it would, you're accelerating, you get a check engine light, and then kind of have like a dead accelerator for like maybe 5 seconds, and then it'll cut back in. I also had to get a new set of intercooler piping. That was like $80 off Amazon. Another best friend of mine. Easy enough, just bolts right in. Everything's just made for it. Oh, so this was a 1500, came with a V6. So originally it came with only one battery, but since this is a diesel, the wiring harness, obviously they come stock with 2 batteries. You need that cranking power from those 2 batteries to be able to start this motor. I mean, if you look at it, it's pretty massive. So yeah, 2 batteries. That'll set you back like $300. Rural King, another best friend of mine. Alrighty, since I did do bigger injectors that kind of required a tune, this is a Smarty SO3 tuner for the 24 valve Cummins. It works from 98 to 01 or 02. It's just for the 24 valve. This set me back like $400. It's a good tuner. It's got 9 different settings, 9 different tunes you could do. She does roll her little bit of coal. It helps with the bigger injectors. I mean, I did the injectors, and then after that, it was still kind of like sluggish on the gas pedal and everything, but I knew I had to do a tuner. I mean, that's the only way if you're doing 100 over injectors and up. Once I did the Smarty, like completely woke up this motor. It feels much like stronger, more awake. This motor does have the 47 RE mated to it, so it is a transmission, but you know, if you're building one of these and you have the dreaded 47 RE, then you do want to build that as well. Not an insane build, but you do want to do like an input shaft and converter. Whenever I got this truck, we took the trans out and we just wanted to look at it. Previous owner actually did a Suncoast converter on it. We don't know if he did an input shaft or not. I'm hoping he did. If not, I don't really care for it. If you are gonna build the 24 valve Cummins with a 47 RE, you gotta make sure you do some kind of work to that 47 RE. Even if it's super minimal work, it's gotta be done. That 47 RE will go on you instantly after you push a little bit more power than usual. I mean, with this tuner, I say I'm rocking like maybe 90 to 100 horsepower more than stock. You pair this with bigger set of injectors. I mean, I kind of even want to go bigger, like 150, 175s. If I go with that, like a bigger turbo, this thing would just smoke the tires always. But you know, I gotta be careful because I do have stock rear end and V6 rear end. All right, so before we continue on to cosmetics and stuff like that, I did forget something very crucial and something you will need is one of the first things you should do to a 24 valve is fueling. So you should get a bigger fuel pump. Personally, in this truck, the previous owner, he installed a Raptor 4G 150 gallon per hour fuel pump, and it's working pretty good. I've heard a lot of people tell me about AirDog 150s and stuff, but this is also AirDog brand, so, and it's a 150. It's just different. I don't know what the difference is between like a Raptor 4G and a regular AirDog 150, but yeah, this fuel pump's been working great, and I'm actually thinking about turning up the fuel on it soon, just trying to crank some more HPs out of this thing. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about doing a lift pump, whether it be an AirDog 150 or Raptor 4G, personally, since I have the Raptor 4G and I've searched it up, it's like $500. It's a big hefty cost, but it'll save you money. And if you do any mods with the stock fueling system in here, probably blow it up because it won't be getting enough, you know, fuel up there in time. So make sure you do lift pump beforehand. All right, guys, now we're gonna talk about cosmetics. What I've done to this truck, how I made it sit, how it sits, and what I made nice about it. These headlights, I like them. I got them because they looked better than mainly everything else on the market. I mean, all the other ones, they look just like a stock variation. If you see, I could just, there you go. Those sent me back like almost $200. And they will take a little bit of time to put in. I mean, I couldn't do it myself. I had to get my help, my dad's help on this. Also, this little badge, it's not even really a badge because it kind of goes into the grill, but it's more like a sticker. $15, easy. My truck, when I bought it, it came with a bumper, but my dad took it for his truck. So back onto Marketplace again. Got this one for $75. It's pretty straight, probably not the best condition, but it's in way better condition than any other ones you're gonna find out there. I mean, every second gen, like original chrome bumper is always like either all peeling, the chrome's all peeling off. This is all just coming off or bent. Looks like it's like, but you know me, had to be like everybody else. I did a bullet with a little skull on it. So that's, I think this was like $30. My dad bought this for his truck. He also has a second gen, but he didn't like how it looked on his truck, so I was like, I'll just have it. Better than running a N10 all the way up here. It looks like an RC car. I also got this badging right here. Got it off eBay for like $20 for both sets. I probably could have made my own like this. I have the old badges off the 2500 that I got, the rolled over one, which has this, the Cummins symbol on it, but it does say 24 valve Cummins instead of just Cummins turbo diesel. But you know what? I'm rocking with these for now. I don't really care for these badges anyways. These mirrors, they're stock mirrors. They come like dark gray, black. They just look like plastic color when they come stock. But bought some rattle cans at AutoZone. How much, like 10, 15 bucks? That's how much I spent on this. Doesn't even match up really. the white is like super white compared to this white, which is, you know. Now as we get to the rear end, we get to, oh my God, look at this wonderful exhaust on the side right here. Cost me like, how much to build? $60 maybe? Like a 45 off Amazon. And then like 2 3-inch, like 18-inch long pipes at AutoZone. That was like maybe $60 in total. It's probably not the best to run a 3-inch exhaust on your Cummins because your EGTs will get high. If your EGTs are running 1500 consistently, you will melt a cylinder. You know me, I don't run an EGT gauge, so I don't care about that. It doesn't bother me, I'm unbothered. Also, for Christmas, my sister gave me she gifted me the drop kit That's why it sits as it sits, so low, so nice. That was like $300 right there, that drop kit, 3.5 drop kit. I did only install the rear portion of it. Since the Cummins weighs so much, that motor is one hefty dang. That thing is already super low in the front. Once I installed the motor, she was already kind of cranked. I did the 3 inches in the rear. She dropped it, put it level right up to the bed, right up here. That thing said, leveled as fuck. Yeah, I didn't install the front just because I knew if I did, it's probably gonna drop it. I'm not gonna do any more dropping until I know what wheels and tires I wanna go with, because I don't wanna mess up that. It's like the biggest thing. Oh, one more thing. This exhaust, it's probably not going to be there. I need to move it because I don't know if you can tell. I mean, we just took it through a drive-through car wash, but these wheels are always getting caked. And I wanna run some chrome wheels on this truck because, you know, white on chrome. They look clean, spiffy, baby. But I can't have an exhaust right there with chrome wheels. If not, they're just gonna get caked and sut every time. And these taillights, they did run me maybe, I'd say like another $200. I really like them. This is like another little LED portion that they have to them. They did come with, so this white portion used to be all black. I hated that. I mean, white truck with like black, like, it just didn't look good. I had to go to AutoZone and get some rattle cans. Got that clear coat. These things look like they came like this from factory. No black anywhere. I think I'm a pretty licensed painter. Also, I did this roll pan. This is like $100 off Amazon. We got some hardware, we drilled holes. We drilled holes and we put it in. One thing we also did was we self-tapped it to the truck. So we put a screw, bam, bam, 2 on each side, called it a day. Bitch not coming off. Now, when I do go take the truck in for paint, what are they gonna do about this? I don't know, not my problem. They better paint it though. This truck, I am running it and beating on it and doing all sorts of crazy stuff with a V6 drive shaft and a V6 rear end. It's held up. I don't think it's gonna blow up. If it does blow up, say goodbye. I am not going to an 8-lug fucking rear end in this thing for anybody. I am not running no 8-lug wheels on this truck, man. This is a 1500. I want this to be 5-lug, not 8-lug. If I have to run some big off-road American forces on this thing, hell no, not doing that. I want to run some like SRT 10 wheels. Rear end, that might blow one day. Drive shaft might just bend all up and just cause a mess under there, but you know what? Out of sight, out of mind, baby. Out of sight, out of mind. Guys, you know, if you own a Cummins, you need the infamous Cummins sticker. I did get one of those massive ones that is like a C this big, but I'm not the wisest at installing decals and stickers and stuff, so I did do it on a blazing hot day. I may have gotten like a big air bubble in it, and when I tried pulling it back, I was right in direct sunlight. Dude, that sticker stretched out. There was no way I was fitting that thing back on there. I just ripped it all out, threw it away. I was like, damn, I just spent $30 on a sticker and I didn't even get to put it on my truck. So I bought this $11, $15, $11. I don't even care anymore. I don't know. It fits on there nice. I got an air bubble on this one too, but I think it went away, so it works. This dash, sturdy. You know why? Because I spent $300 on this thing off Amazon. It ain't no cover. That's a dash. That is a dash. A majority of the stuff I have in here is junkyard stuff. Like this, straight out of the junkyard. Come on, money. This is another junkyard piece, money. This was maybe like $20 at the junkyard, 10 bucks. My door cards, painted black, $10 for a rattle can of black paint, as well as everything in here is just kind of painted black, but it's not like a black paint that's like sticky and like rub off or anything. It's like actual good stuff, like it's on there. I mean, come on. Quality only over here. I bought this piece at the junkyard, $5 at the junkyard. For this corner piece. I haven't installed it yet because I need to paint it. I need to rattle can that thing black. The other one I gotta take off just so I could rattle can it black. The Kenwood, $100, Walmart. That thing sounds delightful in here. I got 4 new speakers, kicker speakers here, 6x9s. I forgot what they are over here. I think they're like 4 4 by something maybe, just in the back over here. So there's one here, and then the same thing on that side. There's 4 speakers total. I'm planning on doing more like of a sound system upgrade in here, just with a sub and like 4 more speakers or something back here. Probably do that myself like in a while. These speakers, this was like the box for this was maybe like $80 and like 50 something for these. That was like a total of like $130 for that, and then 100 for that, so that's like 230 right there. Yeah, I didn't really do much to the interior. I mean, you could tell. You know, the infamous 2nd gen seat. That's how it goes always. Yeah, I need to do something to fix these up. There you go, guys. That was a complete rundown and like build through of this whole entire truck, my Cummins swapped 1500 Shorty. And I guess I'll run you through some of the stuff that already kind of in the progress of doing, and like things I have planned on doing to the truck. Wheels and tires, that's a big one. Completely changes the look of the entire coming to the front end. We have at home a sport front end, so sport bumper and sport grille. I have them at home. I just need to get them color matched in white and put on, but I can wait. I do need to take this entire truck to paint. Econo Paint is calling my name, and I seen them like the other day. Passed by an Econo Paint, I saw a sign that said, paint any vehicle, $350. I was like, what? You'll see me there in a couple weeks maybe. Coming to the rear end, vinyl cover to cover this whole entire bed. I really want one of those, just more aerodynamic, I guess, or whatever, but it really sets in the look of a street truck, like nice and like clean. You won't have to see all the nasty stuff in the bed. Not that there is, but it's just, why even look at that? There's a couple dings and like weird stuff that Econo can get for me. This needs to get painted. I need to paint all these like door handles or get new ones that are like color matched white, like the door handles. 3rd brake light, LED one, change it out. Once I do the wheels and tires, my plans are going for like 22s. If I see that there's still a little bit of a gap, like a wheel gap, slamming this whole thing on its nuts and not giving a hell about if it rubs, if it hits anything on the bottom. Nah, this thing's gonna be on its nuts, just right and dirty. All right, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I tried listing off nearly everything I've done to this truck. I think I did a fair job of doing so. If you guys have any questions or anything, just drop them down below. We don't forget about you guys. You just need to ask those questions if you have any. I mean, it's really not that hard. It just really takes its time and its money, dedication. Don't lose that motivation. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I tried with this truck. Catch you guys in the next one.